So I guess we're not gonna be able to run yet. I guess we don't have our running machines on. It's like we're not gonna be slow about giving you your Pokemon like Pokemon Sun and Moon, but damn it, we'll make you walk. Wait, we got a whistle button? And we got a zoom button. But no run button. Running is not allowed. Prohibited. Wait, what? Now you're running? What the hell? Now you allow me to run? Why did you not allow me to run? Why was I walking all that? The simple thing is, now that they've introduced the ability to run, you can no longer walk. So what's the best? Yes, let's have a Pokemon. It's not much. It's just a little attention community that is home to a serial killer. So be on your watch. The power of science is amazing. You can have friends, you can head out on adventures together up to 4 of you at a time. My god, 4 people can play this game at once? I couldn't tell if she was looking at the Pokemon or us. I was like, yeah, isn't that something? 4-player Pokemon game. How would that even work? Double battles with 2 players on 1 team? I suck at Pokemon competitively, I'll just say that. When I did an online battle 2 times in Sun and Moon, I just, got my ass kicked constantly. I won 1 battle and that was it. I'm just not very good at that. Which is kind of, why I lost interest. Because it's like, other than being competitive, it's like, yeah, the battle thing and stuff like that, it's like, not really my cup of tea. I like, collecting all the Pokemon, complete the Pokedex and all that, which it never seems to be possible because they always have those stupid event Pokemon. But that's what I get my main enjoyment of Pokemon games. Playing through the main game and, getting all the Pokemon. Battles, competitively, nah. They're gone! So I could use that right now, it is a warm day. Come over to the hay fever zone. I don't have anywhere with fire, so I'm just gonna have this. Are you there, Freeze trainer? Auto tax. Not quite, Miss Emily May has yet to make her choice, you see. I guess I am going to have to see you choose after all. We wonder which one of them she will choose. It's like, nah man, you don't got this. Ha 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 ha, no voice acting. Then the game crashes. It's like, well, you don't get to choose your Pokemon now. Goodness, we haven't met, have we? I must say, I wasn't expecting to see you quite so soon. Wait, quite so soon? God, I didn't know who was talking. I'm so disorientated. Where's that map picture? Hang on, Director. Is this who I think it is? Yes, this is our Academy's newest student, Miss Emily May. She will be attending as of today. That kind of rhymes. So you're the kid who moved in up the road. I've been dying to find out more about you. I'm Nemona. Normally I live in school grounds, but home is here. What do you say, new neighbor? Want to be friends? Maybe you'll even unlock my hairstyle. Ha, bad chance of that. Sure. Of that enthusiasm, we're gonna get along just fine. Miss Nemona is president of our student council and a champion-ranked trainer in her own right, so you know. If you disobey the rules, she will absolutely destroy you. I absolutely love Pokemon battling. In fact, we should battle right now, you and me. Easy now, you two will be in the same class, so you'll have plenty of time to battle later. And get to know one another better. We're gonna be neighbors and classmates. Nice, we'll be able to battle all we want. What, you live next door as well? On that note, Assembly May. You may pick a Pokemon. Have you decided which of these Pokemon you would like to be your first spot? Well, I already decided before I even started the game. I actually chose the cat Pokemon in Gen 7 as well. That's Sprigatito, Tito, or whatever. Grass-type Pokemon. I'm not going to be calling it that for long. You use its plant powers to soak up whatever water you throw it. Would you like to go with our good grass-type Pokemon, Sprigatito? Yeah. The names and... I can't remember. So are we like in Italy, or am I thinking of the wrong language? You chose Sprigatito. Yes, of course. Oh, that's perfect. I was worried about that. I was like, is it gonna be a male one? They're usually male, you know, the RNG tends to favor male Pokemon over female Pokemon. But this is perfect. Because, you know, my cat, you know, was female. Currently, we have 4 male cats, 3 of which are unneutered, and it is driving me insane. You know, our cats actually did that. Ones we got last year. They don't do it now, but they would, you know, jump onto your back and your shoulder. Nowadays, the one with the biggest balls, who I just refer to as whining with big balls because he always whines and he's got big balls. But instead of, you know, jumping onto your shoulder, he's more of jump onto the handle of a door to try to break out. Anyways, Sprigatito seems to have taken quite a liking to you, Miss Emily May. That's Molly. Know its name, you posh-sounding man. It's your first Pokemon, yes. Please raise it with love and care. And of course, be sure to keep it tucked safely inside a Pokeball. And you know, that's another thing that bugs me about these games. You know, the competitive side, whether it be facing other new players or, you know, facing challenging in-game trainers like Battlefield nonsense, Battle Frontiers and stuff like that. You know, you emphasize this bond with your Pokemon, but then you say, discard that shit, this Pokemon is trash, you need to have the proper IDs, the perfect things, you know. Otherwise it's useless. And I never much cared for that kind of line of thinking. I just want to buy Pokemon. I don't care if it's weak or strong, so long as it gets me through and that we can share a bond of friendship. Anyways, read my next line, would you? And of course, be sure to keep it tucked safely inside a Pokeball. We don't want none of that Pikachu shit here. Emily May, I can't believe you actually chose Sprigatito. I would say that if you chose yellow as well. I mean, like, way to make the perfect choice for you. You two make such a good combo. I think she's actually jealous because, like, I've got this green bit in my hair. It would have been the perfect match for me. Would you have put what I just choose now is not gonna match my hair? I choose one of these Pokemon too, directly for Clavell. Oh, but did you not receive a Pokemon when you entered the academy, Miss Nemona? Not back then, no. I had other Pokemon I was focused on raising at the time. But now I want to raise a new Pokemon alongside Emily May while she raises her own new farm. Yes, our rival, unlike the usual one where they start their journey with us, she's clearly experienced. Indeed, a rather splendid idea. So I suppose she's also older than us as well. If you wish to raise one of these Pokemon on equal footing with Miss Emily May, here, I shall be more than happy to allow it. And the other one will be stuck in purgatory forever. Yes. Unless it's like, I don't know. In Legends Arceus, or however you pronounce it, it's like you get to a point in the game, you get your starter, but then you can actually get the other two starters in the post game, possibly. I can't remember. But they're just like, yeah, you can have them. Why not? But I don't know if you'll be like, yeah, this last one that nobody wanted feels so bad for it, so you know you might as well take it. Yes. Since Emily May chose Sprigatito, I'll go for this little one. Yeah, you know, usually they take the one that has the type advantage, but I guess Nemona loves a challenge. Nice to meet you, Quaxley. Welcome to the team. We're gonna see your evolutions, but not the croc one. Isn't that a croc? Alright then. Now that we've chosen our Pokemon, we have to battle, and it's kind of weird that the crocodile Pokemon is not water type. I'll be waiting for you down at the beach. Come join me when you're ready. Now, I'll kick your ass or you'll kick my ass. Someone's gotta lose. As you may have noticed, Miss Nemona is a tad overly fond of Pokemon battling. But I do hope you'll join her for our battle. It will help to get to know your own Pokemon as well. And have you noticed these glass stains around the door here? It's quite fancy, isn't it? Make me think of Beauty and the Beast. Mona was hoping you would join her at the beach, wasn't she? She'd be ever so happy if you agreed to battle with her. I mean, isn't it surprising? You've been recording an hour now, and you're gonna soon get into your first battle. That's, quite a big difference from Pokemon Sun and Moon. I can't interact with the croc. Get out of here! So, I guess it's back here. Can I, look at this door? I can actually walk in, I can just ignore them. Like, I've got other things to look at. Why can't I change the camera in here? Ooh, that's a nice poster. It's a painting. Looks like a poster to me. I mean, I guess it could look like it was painted, I guess. Pin is entitled Gleaming Seas. It's gorgeous. Shame we can't get a better look at it, because that is a nice... That is definitely something that, you know, they could actually sell. That's a very nice poster. I was expecting Chansey to spit in her face. It's like, Chansey, how could you? We still have our old cries, but really that's for the best. You really want us yelling our names all the time? Wait, does that mean... You know, I never thought about it. Or maybe I have thought of it. You know, in Team America, Matt Damon. Matt Damon was a Pokemon all along. I told you, both the master and mistress of the house are aware at present. Where does dust come from? I find it just as baffling as the things that Pokemon can do. It's like, hey, we're gonna be dragons. May not looking for the slug-looking thing, but it does evolve into Goodra or whatever it is. What gen was that one from? I know you are from Gen 4, I think, don't you? Gabite or something like that. So I'm familiar with these two at least. And they're both also in Legends Arceus. So I think they must have been both Gen 4 then. Painted child, the Hinge Ninja is supposed to be of a Pokemon. If it is, it's one I'm not super familiar with at the very least. It's Eevee. Opinion style, sibling love, it's pretty charming. What wasn't charming is that seconds after this, one of them started, you know, biting at the neck of the other one. And they're like, oh, playful. Then they saw blood start to draw from the neck, and they're like, oh, we better stop them. Everything's spotless, absolutely. Let's not talk to this person. They're a peasant. I don't know why everyone sounds so sneaky here. Meanwhile, the professor is like, did she really just go into that house for no apparent reason when she's supposed to be on the beach? Antidote. Yeah, I've also been playing Metaphor Refantasio or whatever it's called on my PS5. Got a potion. And I'm like, there's no roll button. Hell, now I think about it, there was a roll button in freaking Legends Arceus. Or however you pronounce the name. I've never been good with some of these legendary Pokemon's names, you know? It's like Rayquaza. Is it Rayquaza or Rayquaza? I don't know. My god, you know how I compared the graphics kind of remind me of Super Mario Sunshine? It's giving me more Mario Sunshine vibe. It's like, oh yeah, this is that shine stripe you get from... And fittingly enough, there's a lighthouse in the background, it really is. So I guess we're in Isle Delvino now. Was Isle Delvino kind of Italian inspired? If so, it all comes together. Unless this isn't Italian inspired after all, and I'm just getting things mixed up. She's probably just like, what are you doing? I'm over here already, I want to battle. But I want to collect items first. I might need these potions to get the unfair advantage. You managed to scramble back out of the water. What do you mean you managed to scramble out? You mean you actually were stupid enough to walk really far in? Yeah, get our shoes and our socks nice and soaked. Lovely. Can't walk up. Oh wait, yes we can just about. I bet some of you viewers are probably just like, get on with it! But no, it's my first time playing this game. I gotta look around everywhere and find things like this. Now, I also remember playing the demo version of that Pokemon Let's Go, wherever it was. And it was a very short demo, and my impression of it was, I'm not interested in that. It's just throwing Pokeballs at Pokemon rather than, you know, the traditional way just seems a bit kind of, I guess you could see Pokemon Legends Arceus kind of perfecting that, because you can catch them with a Pokeball potentially, without having to battle them, but, you know, you can also battle them as well. Don't really get much Pokemon battles in that game, though. Anyone can be a Pokemon trainer as long as they have Pokemon by their side. And it's our duty as trainers to help our Pokemon grow stronger through battle. So are you ready to battle me, Emily? Perfecto. I'm so excited for this battle, I think I'll use Miss Nemona. I trust you remember that Miss Emily May is wholly inexperienced in Pokemon battling. You know, we gotta explain it like you've never played a Pokemon game in your life, because chances are, if, you know, it's like me, I've played Pokemon games since it's Gen 3, but you know, it's gotta be someone's first Pokemon game. I think that's part of the reason why they're so successful despite not changing the formula much at all over the years. Because, you know, there's always the next generation. Oh, whoops, good call, Director. I was about to send one of my usual partners right off the bat. It's just like that Tauros from earlier, perhaps. I guess I'll take this chance to try out my new buddy instead. Come on, Emily May, let's have some fruitful battle. I've got one glove. You are challenged by Pokemon trainer Nemona. Did I just call you Mona? Molly! I know this is your first Pokemon battle, so let's just have some fun. Then she just proceeds to get really aggressive. Leafage! Yeah, you're not gonna last long in this battle. You must have been studying out. Smart move, Grass is strong against you. For some reason. Pound is neutral though. Yay, we leveled up. Why is she looking surprised? Surely as an experienced trainer she should have realized she was at a disadvantage there. Ah, not bad, neighbor. Here's 300 Pokedollars. You know what, I'm half expecting her to refer to it as neighbor, Reno or something like that, you know. You're Ned Flanders, aren't you? Look at you winning your first battle ever. You've got even more potential than I thought. You're gonna be a strong trainer for sure. I mean, I had a type advantage. And it's like, I mean, that's a weird thing when you think about it. If it's our first battle, that would imply that we have no idea what we're doing. So when we said leafage, it's like, how did you even know that was a move? But now I want to try a different strategy. Let's go again, just one more battle. No, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to rain on your parade. Miss Emily May and her Sprigatito are surely weary already from that last battle. And besides, your Pokemon just got knocked out anyway. Ah, so yeah, I kinda got caught up in all the excitement. I was gonna bring out one of my main Pokemon and just absolutely kick your ass. Really sorry, Emily May. Same to your Sprigatito too. God, that's such a hard name to freaking say. Battle again soon, you know what? Let's be encouraging. Let's battle again soon. Oh, definitely. We'll definitely battle more. You two seem to be becoming fast friends, so you've only just met. Can I count on you to take your new schoolmates here on your wing, Mr. Burr? I'm sure she can learn a great deal from a champion-ranked trainer himself. It's like... it's like first impressions, like, man, for a champion level, you suck! But no, she's clearly handicapped herself on purpose there. If she had actually used her main Pokemon, she would have just crushed us in one turn. And that would just make her look like a bully, really, wouldn't it? You bet, sir. Oh, that reminds me, since you're new to training Pokemon, there's an app you definitely use. You got a smartphone, right? Let me see it for a sec. You know, I don't even have a smartphone. And I do. Kind of. It's kind of. It's like, what does that even mean? Well, the phone I have doesn't really, you know, have the card in its, you know, text or anything like that. Like, when my mother passed, you know, her phone passed on to me, basically. But my dad's ended up using it more than anything. And the funny thing is, he already has a phone, but he kind of, you know, alternates between the two phones. Pokedex app was added to your rotary phone. Pokedex will automatically register any Pokemon you catch. It's a must-have for Pokemon traders. I guess we kind of skip over all this professor nonsense. Unless this guy right here is supposed to be like the Professor Oak of this game. Just like, you upstage me, Nemona. I'm supposed to be the one telling you this information. You make me look like an amateur. Super handy app. Our homeroom teacher, Mr. Jack? I'll just call him Jack. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Actually made it himself. Back in my day, we used ordinary paper and handwritten notes to compile our Pokedex. The long pauses as I try to think of what to say to that. Like, yes, I am an OG Pokemon, you know, connoisseur. before it even existed in the mind, before the very first game. Back in the 1980s, we had to use paper for it, yes, to write notes. Before Pokemon was introduced to the world, I knew of its existence before it ever became an idea in a man's mind to, you know, draw a Rhydon or whatever it was, and was like, you know what, I liked collecting bugs and insects and stuff like that as a child. And it inspired this idea of a game where you would catch, you know, creatures in a ball and battle with them. And thus Pokemon became a thing, but I'm so OG, I was there before the idea even formed. I'm actually a time traveler, by the way. It's quite the age we live in now. Ooh, filling out a Pokedex by hand? I can't even imagine how much work that would take. Oh no, I suppose you can't. I mean, I guess you just kind of observe the move, like nose leafage, weak to fire. The Pokedex entries, you know, they kind of describe what they do, give some vague information like this Pokemon kidnaps children in the night. Because, well, you gotta have some dark Pokemon here and there. It's like, from a lore perspective, sure, that's pretty messed up, but from an in-game perspective, it doesn't matter, says Pokemon. But no matter how much the time may change, the wonder of meeting new Pokemon never dies. Game Freak will have to continue making new Pokemon every generation forever, until the series is milked for all it's worth. But I highly doubt that will happen anytime soon, considering even though people complain about the quality of the newer Pokemon games in ways. You see, money is all that matters. And they still make lots and lots of money. Even without games, they make lots and lots of money. For Pokemon is one of those brands, you see. It's like Mario, Zelda, they're still around and strong, but even they pale in comparison. Pokemon, that is true time pleasure. And the more Pokemon that you encounter, the more you'll find yourself growing and changing. You will actually grow in height as well. I hope you will both work hard towards the goal of completing your own Pokedex. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do that. I'll try my damn best, but I doubt it. Game Freak are just douches. They're like, oh yeah, we'll have these timed exclusive Pokemon. It's like, oh, you didn't get the game at launch? Ah, well, too bad, you missed out on it. Oh, and by the way, we're not gonna change the price. Is there? No, I think that's just the way her hairstyle. I thought her hair looked a bit good, but anyways. Now, Miss Nemona, I do still have a few matters to discuss with your parents. Yeah, another thing I wonder as well, the trading in this game, how will it work? Because have Nintendo gone the Sony route, you know, where it's like, no, you gotta have like subscription just to be able to use online features like that. Because I remember being able to trade on the Pokemon Sun and Moon, which I found to be cool, because I was like, oh my god, for the first time in my life, trading with people over the world. And just, that's how I came close to, you know, complete the Pokedex. In fact, I think I did complete the Pokedex, it's just that it wasn't like, didn't include the ones they added later on. So I'm pretty sure I did complete that, I'm pretty sure. Anyways. Could I depend on you to see Miss Emily May to the academy? I got a message just a few moments ago. It probably picked up on the recording, but I don't know where it is. Yes. You would be doing me quite the favor. Of course, leave it to me. Then I leave her in your capable hands. Alright, little one, it's time you and I were on our way.
Oh no, I don't want to go back with you. He does 6 science experiments on Pokemon, save me.
Maybe I ought to make a little more time to work on my Pokedex before my battle. Oh, right. Speaking of Pokedexes, Henry May, you've probably never caught a wild Pokemon, right? We're gonna teach you this right out the bat. You know, people complain about tutorials in Sun and Moon. I mean, I know this is 2 gens past that point, but still. I'll show you the ropes before I take you to the academy. Come with me. Press the minus button to open the Pokédex app on your regular phone in a flash. This really is giving me Pokemon Sun and Moon vibes. I think it was similar to that. You can also navigate to your Pokédex by pressing the X button from the map app. Follow Nemona. Now imagine that, it's like, okay, come all the way to school, all the way across this bridge right here. This is school, now it is. Wait, actually, maybe it is. It does say academy. Is this the school all the way over there? Oh wait, no, she's teaching us how to catch Pokemon first. I guess. That does make sense. So, keep trying to, A is to the right, B is where X would be. It's just such a weird control to get used to after playing on the PlayStation now. And I guess it kind of makes sense because, like, I think B was for roll in, god damn it, in Pokemon Legends. I think it was anyway. But in this game, it's like stealth. You're taller than my mother. How old are you? Oh, Emily May. I hear that Nemona here will be taking you to school. That's right, ma'am. Leave it to me. So you've already managed to make a friend. And I read about all the wonderful teachers you'll have looking after you at school. They're all very eccentric, I imagine, in appearance. Because, can't have plain-looking characters. They've got to have wild hairstyles and outfits. But so many handy facilities you can use as much as you like. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands here. I'm just so happy to get you out of the house so I can do my own things. Add in your new friend, Nemona, and it sounds like your school life is shaping up to be fantastic. Then we get bullied mercilessly on our first day. I'll be staying in the school dorm, so I want you to promise me you'll eat proper meals. I guess that's how we're neighbors then. It's like, this is the real reason she's glad to finally have us get out of the house. Like, I know I'm going to invite the professor over for a cup of tea to get my drift. Here's a bit of spending money to start off with. I also packed a lunch for your first day. A sandwich. I think a sandwich, right? I was in the car with my sister earlier today, right? And she had Bowling for Soup songs playing. And, I remember the song 1985, but I didn't realize just how incredibly cheesy and why is this a song Bowling for Soup actually are with their songs, It's like, I feel like they could write a song about anything, and I joke before in my head, it's like, I woke up one day and made a sandwich. It tasted bad, but I can't remember what it was. It tasted bad, 3 days expired. It's like, I can think off the top of my head just lyrics that would honestly be on par with that level of cheesiness. It's like, what is with their writing process for the songs? It's like, any old thought that comes to mind, just make it a song. A song about eating a, 3-day expired sandwich? Yeah, right there. Just add in the music bit and we got a song on our hands. Maybe not a hit song, but a song. You gotta have more than one song on an album after all. A sandwich from Mum in your bag is key item buckets. Sandwich, a dish made by sandwiching vegetables, meat, or other ingredients between 2 pieces of bread. Makes a fantastic meal when out on a picnic. In case anyone's never seen a sandwich in their life. I can't remember the last time I actually had a sandwich, though, to be fair. I ain't had sandwiches as a kid, but it feels like after that, not so much. It's like, even toast, don't really have it much. And speaking of sandwich, rather the word sandwich, right? Pocahontas, the Disney movie from back in the day, which also makes me wonder, would they, maybe they have, I don't know. With all their live action remakes, it's like, Pocahontas, they're like, Do we really want to go to the bottom of the barrel on these now? And you know that one song in Pocahontas where the villain's like, you know, singing about the Native Americans being savages and stuff like that, and like savages, savages, and says with the messed up lyric, barely even human. It's like, ooh, that's not aged well there, is it? But you know, I've kind of re-lyriced it in my mind to be sandwiches, sandwiches, barely made with tuna. Or something like that. Barely made with tuna doesn't make sense though, does it? But, you know, it's gotta have tuna in it. It kind of works. Oh, and maybe you'd better take these two. Use these on that precious little pot of yours, should it get hurt in battle. You know, we never question it, but what is actually in these potions anyway? I mean, how do we apply the potions? Do we just tip it on our Pokemon, or do they drink it? What if our Pokemon doesn't have a mouth? How does it work? These are questions nobody ever asks, because it's just something you never really think about. And she's doing that thing with her hands again. Like, I'm doing my I'm a happy dance because I get the house to myself. Every day in your new life is going to be full of exciting experience, far from home. Just try to savor them all, the good times and the hard times too. Like, in the world of Pokemon, you know, they're kind of like, you know, back in the day, you know, way back, okay, you're 12 years old now, get in the mines, boy. You know? It's like, you're at the old age 12 now, get out there and explore the world, go work in the mine. Except, you know, you'd still live at home, but you'd be working in the mine. It's like my father's great-grandfather, he was working in the mines about the age of 12. And I only know this because that's how he appears in the census record. So it's like, 12 years old and working in the mines. It's like, man, we had it rough back then. Lived to be 70-something, though. He also had an uncle that worked in the mines all his life and also lived to be 70-something. But then you get ones that are like, okay, he lived to be 30-something and then died in a mining accident. Or that great grandfather of my father, his father, so my father's great-great-grandfather, actually did die in a mining accident. At least I'm pretty sure it's him. And he was working in the mines on the complete opposite of things here, you know, from 12 years old now. This guy was 70, in his 70s, man. And still working in the mines. It's like, why? That's just wild. Crazy. Anyways, just try to save them all. The good times and the hard times too. But if you ever want to come back home, you know your bed is always ready. Oh, alright then. You two had better be off, I suppose. Take care on your ways. Been an hour 28 minutes. Can you go already? Well, so nice, Emily Day. Oh, but I was going to teach you how to catch wild Pokemon. Come on, vamos. Is it Spanish or Italian? Why do I suck at European languages? Okay, I'm gonna freaking Google this. It's bugging me otherwise. Vamos, right? Which language is that? This is either Italian or Spanish, or maybe this whole setting is a mixture of the two. Let me see. Vamos. Portuguese, actually. Said bueno at one point, right? I think I misspelled it because now it's saying translate from Welsh. It's like, Wales isn't this sunny. I say that, but it is actually sunny today. How do you use? I can't remember. You know, I'm just gonna freaking Google it. Pokemon. Sitting in exploration. I'm still about of course, there's a finish whatever. Okay, so it is specifically the countries of Spain and Portugal. I knew it had to be, you know, either Italian or Spanish. I've just, that, you know, I'm that uncultured. So we got a Portuguese and Spanish vibe to this place. I guess we are not on the mainland though. This way. You know, it is a bit weird though, isn't it? She's like, vamos, and then says this way. So does that imply that we're speaking English and then speaking the local language just occasionally? I mean, what if you do have this in Spanish or Portuguese? How does the dialogue play out then? Does she say it in English at the end instead? Like, vamos! You know, let's go. And then, you know, continue speaking in Portuguese or Spanish.